Hello, guys. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my picks for NFL Week 12, and I'm going to be giving my predictions for each game. This week is very interesting and a lot of great games Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We obviously saw what happened yesterday with the Bills. And yeah, let's get to the picks. One moment. Yeah, so for our game yesterday, the Texans beat the Bills 23-19. They sacked Josh 8 times, I believe. He had two interceptions, one at the end of the game. It's very unfortunate. I thought the Bills this year, with Kansas City struggling, they were going to be able to take advantage of that. But it seems like their roster is just not good enough. Wide receivers, as far as weapons for Josh Allen, they don't have that much. Kincaid, people like Kincaid a lot, but I think he's an okay to above average tight end, in my opinion. I don't think he's like one of these Bowers or the rookie from Indianapolis or a Travis, much less a Travis Kelce or a Kittle. I don't think he's as good as those guys. But he's like the only weapon he has on offense, and James Cook, of course. Uh, the defense also doesn't seem to be that good, or it seems like younger, but it doesn't seem like it. It's a very good unit at the moment. So that's good for the Texans, though. They were able to get a win, and they might be able to sneak in the playoffs if other teams lose and they keep winning. So, congratulations to the Bills, and very unfortunate for the Buffalo Bills fan. I'm not a Bills fan, but I am a Josh Allen fan, and I am very sad that it seems like once again this year will not be his year. It's very unfortunate, but that's life. For Chiefs versus Colts, I think this is going to be a very interesting game. People seem to think that because Daniel Jones is the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, they're thinking that he's the weak link and that's the reason the Chiefs might have a shot because otherwise I think the Colts have just the better team on both offense and defense in my opinion at this moment. But because it's Daniel Jones, a lot of people, including myself, see that yeah he might fold under the pressure. It's in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and the whole Chiefs, they're they're up against the wall. They're like a wild animal cornered, and you don't want to be playing the Chiefs when they're like that. So I've believed in the Colts for the entirety of the season, but I'm gonna go with the Colts. But let's just say that the Chiefs. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Chiefs won this game at all. But we'll see. It will say a lot about the Colts and Daniel Jones if Daniel Jones is able to win this game. It'll be very impressive. I'm going with the Colts on that one. Titans versus Seahawks. I would imagine this is a very easy game for the Seahawks, even though the Titans. I think they won their last game. Let me check 1 second. Titans, 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 Titans. No, they lost against Texas. Uh, the Texans. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think this should be a cakewalk for the Seahawks and for Sam Darnold to get back on track after that four interception game. So yeah, not much to say about that. The Titans need a lot of help, and Sam Darnold is probably going to have like five touchdowns, 300 yards or something, if not more. So yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks on that one. For the Packers versus the Vikings, you guys know that the Vikings have a good defense. They obviously have great weapons and great coaching, and the coach is like a quarterback whisperer guy, but seems like JJ McCarthy is struggling a little bit. It is understandable because he's a rookie, but some people in the media are quietly suggesting that he might be a bust. But we don't know that yet. He might. He's shown some good stuff, like in fourth quarter against the Chicago Bears, and he's had some clutch performances, including against Detroit as well. So let's not pull out the B word for JJ McCarthy just yet. But I do, and also the Packers. The Packers, once they got Micah Parsons, a lot of people thought that, oh, okay, this team is going to the Super Bowl, or at the very least the NFC Championship against Philadelphia. But they have not looked that way. They've lost uh, some games they were not supposed to lose, and they also lost their tight end Tucker Kraft, I believe is his name, which was he was one of the best tight ends in the league. Uh, and yeah, the Packers have not looked good, and there's still a little bit of question on Jordan Love's ability to be a superstar. So uh, still, I feel like the Packers will win, but it now that I'm looking at it, it'll probably be a close game. Maybe the Vikings could get the upset, but in this case, I'm going with the Packers on that one. For the Ravens versus the Jets, I believe, have benched Justin Fields, and that's unfortunate for Justin Fields. I was pulling for him at the beginning of the season. I thought that they never should have moved to Russell Wilson back when Justin Fields was with the Steelers and they were 4-2. I definitely would not have gone to Russell Wilson. I just would have let Justin Fields develop. But that's just sometimes how it goes in the NFL. And then here, he wasn't able to find his swagger or whatever, and he's just been, as far as passing, he hasn't looked good at all. So that's very unfortunate. Um, and the Ravens are on the come up, even though I believe Lamar Jackson is has been injured the past 2 weeks or playing like a little bit hurt. I'm not sure what injury he had this week, but he did not practice the entire week. I believe he started practicing on Wednesday, I believe. But I do expect the Ravens to win. I mean, the Jets, I just don't think they have anything left to give this season. They're probably going for the number one pick, to be honest. So in this case, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Jets. For the Lions versus the Giants, I'm going with the Lions. Although I would love Jameis Winston to win a game because he's just pure comedy gold, pure media gold. I love Jameis Winston. He did throw that game-sealing interception last game, and the Lions need to start to get back on track. They lost to the Vikings, and they just need to start getting wins and start getting more confidence because they were Super Bowl contenders before the season started. So they just need to get their confidence back. And I even though the Giants have a good defense, I still think the Lions will win this game, and I hope they put up like 50 points like they always do. Whenever they lose, they just come back and put 50 or 40 points on a team. I believe the Lions will win that one. For the Bears versus the Steelers, this is a very good game. It's unfortunate that it's not the Sunday night game or the Monday night game because we're going to see Aaron Rodgers versus Chicago. And as you know, he hates Chicago and Chicago hates him. And you know you always love to see those types of games in big places. But yeah, the Bears have been rolling, even though some people still have their doubts about Caleb Williams. And like I said before with the Steelers, the body language of Aaron Rodgers, I don't like it. I don't know if he seems like he's whining on every play that doesn't get completed. I don't know if he's like um, bitching and moaning about his offensive line or he's complaining about the receivers. I don't know but his body language is just horrendous straight from the beginning of games. I can't believe but maybe it's nothing, and I don't know, and I don't know anything about football. But anywho, the Bears are on a winning streak, and the Steelers did win last week. Their defense has been looking better. Mm. I think the Steelers will win this one, I believe. Oh, and just I think the Steelers will win this game. I'm picking them to win. Also, just as a side note, that giant tight end that they have, uh, I don't know, Hamilton, I believe is his last name. I'm not sure, but he's 6'7", 300 pounds. Holy moly. Hopefully that guy is in the league for a long time because it's really fun to watch him play. Bengals versus Patriots. I think Joe Burrow is going to play on this one, so I'm actually going to go with the Bengals, even though I know that probably the Patriots will win, but I'm going with the Bengals just because I want the Bengals to go on a run like they did last year. That would be amazing. And, we're always in it for the drama. So, yeah, I believe the Bengals will win. But as you guys know, the Patriots are like an amazing team. Drake May is looking like an MVP. The defense, Mike Grable, everything is clicking for the Patriots, and everyone's crowning them already. But I'll have to wait until the playoffs to see what they can actually do. But yeah, they could very well win this game. But I'm going with the Bengals just to pick an upset. For the Raiders versus the Browns. The Browns are horrible, and the Raiders are horrible. The Browns have a great defense, and the Raiders have a good defense. I believe Miles Garrett and his defense will be able to do a lot of more damage than the Raiders defense will to the Browns. And obviously, I am a little biased because Shedeur Sanders is going to be playing, and I want him to do well. I don't know how well he's going to do because Max Crosby, and they're going to try and blitz him since they know that um, he struggles under pressure and he takes these horrible sacks where he just starts running backwards. Um, Hopefully, he worked on that, and nothing would be more awesome than to see like Shador have a great game and for the Browns to win. So I'm picking the Browns on that one. It's more of a hard pick, but whatever. I'm still picking the Browns on that one. Cardinals versus Jaguars. Um, Cardinals versus Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars. I think this will be a good game, and I think it could go either way, to be honest, because the Cardinals have won some games that they were not supposed to win. The Jaguars have looked good overall. Just the struggles with Trevor Lawrence is what keeps me from picking them. I think the Cardinals could win, and they have looked a little bit better with Jacoby Brissett. They have a good defense, good tight end, good weapons. I don't know if Marvin Harrison Jr. will be coming back soon, but I hope he does. This game is pretty much 50-50 for me, but I'll go with the Jaguars. That's a safe pick, but I'll go with the Jaguars, whatever. For the Cowboys versus the Eagles, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. As you guys know, I'm a Cowboys fan, so yeah, maybe it's a little bit delusional, but because the Eagles' defense is elite and their offense is struggling a little bit, and also with the additions that the Cowboys have had recently, hopefully the Cowboys defense can have like a great game. And Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and I forget the other receiver number 3, I believe, CeeDee Lamb. I can't believe I forgot his name, but anywho, yeah, I think the Cowboys are gonna win this game. I think that the new additions on defense are gonna be good for the Cowboys, and that they're gonna be able to slow down a very bad offensive Eagles team. But honestly, you never know with the Eagles. Sometimes they sometimes pull out great games when they have a bad stretch of offensive games. Jalen Hurts suddenly pulls off like a great game. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go with the Eagles. No, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, but just know that I'm aware that the Eagles are like the top of the NFC. But I'm going with the Cowboys. For the Saints versus the Falcons, this is a horrible game to be honest. I don't even know why they're playing it. They're both tanking. Michael Penix, I believe, is out for the season. Kirk Cousins has looked horrible ever since that Achilles. I don't know what happened. Very unfortunate. He was a good player in Minnesota and in Washington, but yeah, I don't know. After the Achilles injury, he's looked horrible. So to be honest, this is 50-50, but because both teams are horrible, I guess I'll go with the Saints. Rams versus Buccaneers. Well, as you guys know, Matthew Stafford is just rolling with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and their defense, and the Rams look like the second best team in the NFC right now. Matthew Stafford is probably going to be the MVP, him or Drake May. Um, I don't know. I guess I'll. And the Buccaneers have had a lot of injuries, and they're struggling. They're coming off a two-game losing streak. It's very unfortunate because I thought the Buccaneers might have a chance to make the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl this year. They did have a good roster, but all the injuries, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Rams. It's a safe pick, but hopefully Baker Mayfield can find a way to win like one of those games like at the end of the game by a field goal or something, hopefully. But I think the Rams will win that game. I'm picking the Rams. 49ers versus Panthers. The Panthers have been very impressive this season. Bryce Young has looked a little bit better. The 49ers with Mac Jones look good. They look good last week with Brock Purdy, and I believe their players, some of them have come back from injury, like Pearsall and Kittle, so that's good. And McCaffrey is having a great season. Um, the defense with Salah is just doing great, even though um, they're very young and they have two major injuries. I think they're holding up pretty well. So also the Panthers defense is looking good as well. The rookie receiver is looking good. Bryce Young is looking okay to a little bit good, but still, I wasn't expecting the Panthers to have this record going into this week. But yeah, I think I'm going with the 49ers. I think the 49ers will win, and it will be a good game. So yeah, guys, those are my picks for NFL Week 12. You guys can leave your picks in the comments and also like and subscribe if you'd like. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.